There we go. What's up, winners? Welcome to Stay Winning Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I'm so happy that you're here. Now, I do apologize. There's no way for me to let you know ahead of time when I'm going on a live stream. I'm now using Rumble Studio. So if I schedule it, it's not going to show up on YouTube. And I'm not on X, so I can't let you know in advance. However, I am on Threads and I am on Rumble now. Again, I'm using Rumble Studio. I've been liking Rumble, so if you're a fan of Rumble, please go and show me some support over on Rumble by liking, following, and subscribing. It's the same username. So I will be back on X. Thank you for your patience on that. My goal is to be back this week, one way or another. So we're gonna go ahead and make it happen. But thank you for those that have tuned in and showed some support and checked on me while I've been gone from X. But I wanted to go ahead and live stream here and go over what Donald Trump mentioned in the Bitcoin conference, just highlighting some key points. I watched the speech and I took some notes, but I think Watcher Guru summarized it way better for all of us. So I'll be going ahead and reading a little bit about what Watcher Guru summarized regarding Trump's speech. One moment. I'm still not 100%, but I'm here working because I like you guys. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. One moment. We'll share the window. So here it is. All right. So if you're not following me on YouTube or subscribe, please go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate all the love support you've been showing me. So let's go ahead and stop that text for a while so you guys can see me. Okay. So we take a look at, well, first of all, breaking news today, which is that the U.S. government moved $2 billion worth of Bitcoin to a new address. 2 days ago, Donald Trump said he would create a strategic national Bitcoin stockpile, and the government will keep 100% of the Bitcoin it owns if he is elected. So there's the confirmation there. This only makes us even more bullish. A lot of people are expecting a Trump win in November. And at the moment, he's the only pro. I mean, Kennedy's pro Bitcoin, but as far as the two big parties go, the big ticket is Donald Trump and at the moment Kamala Harris. So it looks like the Republicans are submitting a pro Bitcoin, pro crypto proposal, stance, and agenda. Agenda 47, which is Trump's agenda. So very cool that the US government did that. It makes me more bullish. But let's summarize some of these points right here from Watchaguru regarding the speech that took place recently. So on day one, Donald Trump said that he will fire Gary Gensler. I remember watching that live and people cheered for that. As we know, Gary Gensler has been attacking attacking crypto as long as he has been able to. So on day one, he wants to fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman, which a lot of people found that very positive at the Bitcoin conference. A lot of people cheered. Trump also said that he wants to create a U.S. government strategic national Bitcoin stockpile if elected, which again was taking place here, rings bells towards that. So he also says that Bitcoin is going to the moon, and he compared where Bitcoin was at when he took office versus when he left office. And he also mentioned the gains on the speech of Bitcoin as far as what its all-time high was during his presidency. He also told people to never sell this Bitcoin. I was waiting for him to say the word hodl, but he said the word hold. But that's okay. He'll get there. He'll be a degen pretty soon. And he also said that Bitcoin one day will probably surpass the market cap of gold. I mean, that's very likely, right? As more countries adapt cryptocurrency, that could be a huge possibility for Bitcoin to one day probably surpass the market cap of gold. Especially now with the Bitcoin ETFs on the market, right? We've definitely seen a lot of trading volume. I mean, just the Ethereum volume, 2 days in a row, over $1 billion in trading volume. One moment here. I am back. Thank you. All right. So he reaffirms his pledge to commute Ross Ulbricht's sentence. All right. I do believe people cheer for that as well. One thing that stands out that is not here is that he also promised, and I knew this before, but the way he said it again at the Bitcoin conference was that he doesn't want to tax any tips. So he wants to continue tax cuts, probably even increase tax cuts, and doesn't want to tax tips, which is very, very huge. Now I'm over here thinking, I should get a second job and on something that earns tips so I don't get taxed because out here in California, man, more than half of your income is gone at the end of the month before you even start paying bills. So just something to note. Again, this one's huge, is really big for me. There will never be a CBDC while Trump is president of the United States. He actually said that more than once. I believe he said that 3 times, like in the span of a minute, which is huge, So again, that prevents the government overreach, any type of mandates, any type of social credit score. CBDCs is like the entrance to that, in my opinion. So it's huge for him to come out and say that there will never be a CBDC while he is president of the United States. Again, makes me very, very bullish on Bitcoin and on crypto. Bitcoin and crypto will skyrocket like never before if he's elected president. We already seen the activity with the markets, actually. So let's take a look a little bit. Let's pause right there and take a look a little bit about at the Bitcoin price, right? So it didn't moon as many people expected it, but it did almost hit $70,000 after his speech. So all this green right here. Let's take a look, right? So boom, as soon as he spoke, obviously, there's been a little sell-off, which is normal, people taking profits. But you can see the activity just based on Trump giving a speech. So imagine when he starts making all these like pro-Bitcoin policies. Um, very, very neat. So just wanted to share that with you, winners out there. And again, thank you for your support on this live stream. Leave a comment. I want to know if you're here, if you're tuning in. Hit the like again. I do appreciate if you hit the like. So thank you for your support. Let's see. I don't think I can move my face on there, but that's fine. So like, follow, and subscribe on Instagram, on YouTube, on Rumble, wherever you're listening from, Threads. And again, I'll be back on X soon, and I'll make an announcement on what that handle will be in case it is different. Okay. So let's go back to recapping the rest of the speech. So I'll put it up on the screen here for you. All right. So Bitcoin and crypto will skyrocket like number 4 if elected president. I just showed you the chart. And again, where Bitcoin goes, everything else follows. And Bitcoin is not threatening the dollar. The current US government is threatening the dollar. When he said that, man, people cheered on the speech. That was huge. I thought it was a big thing to highlight. So I'm glad to watch a guru here was able to put that into his post here on X. One moment. Okay. Let's see. So again, Bitcoin is not threatening to the dollar. The U.S. government is the real threat to the dollar. And then he talked about, all the money being sent overseas to fund these wars that the U.S. has nothing to do with. So people really cheered at the conference and really, really enjoyed that. The United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world. So Trump wants to be the pro-Bitcoin president, and he wants the U.S. to lead in anything pro-Bitcoin or pro-crypto. He wants all the Bitcoin remaining to be mined here in the United States, as again he mentioned in the speech, to be where he strives for the U.S. to once again be energy independent, which is going to be huge in the crypto mining space. So we've seen what that has been doing for El Salvador. Just imagine even 1/10 of that taking place in the U.S. just during the Trump administration. In case Trump does take office. Right. So Bitcoin stands for freedom, sovereignty, and independence from government coercion and control, which again echoes what I mentioned earlier about the CBDC, that there will not be a CBDC while he is president of the United States. So nothing to worry about regarding social credit scores, which again is my opinion. So, that one leads to another. And then Donald Trump also pledged to the Bitcoin community that the day he takes office, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's anti-crypto crusade anti-crypto crusade will be over. So we know the party that's been pro Bitcoin and the party that has not been pro Bitcoin, at least in the last 12 months. We know Donald Trump has 3 NFT collections that he has released. So the only president to go ahead and do that. And it was nice to hear what he plans on doing, not just his agenda, but his pro crypto and pro Bitcoin policies live from Nashville. And we got to see some price activity before and after his speech. So very neat, very cool. Just wanted to do this live stream and bring this to your attention. And I also want to mention some additional information, right? So this is actually coming from the Coin Telegraph, where Alex O'Donnell mentions Donald Trump's potential SEC chairman should tackle these 5 issues. So again, Donald Trump has promised to fire SEC chairman Gary Gensler. Again, a lot of people cheered and are really happy about that. You should, if you didn't see the speech, but yeah, the Bitcoin conference room cheered. All right, so number 1, let Ether funds start staking. So spot Ethereum exchange traded funds finally hit the market, but staking or locking ETH in exchange for reward is conspicuously absent. I mean, I don't know if Trump's SEC appointee can even do that. I know a lot of this for Ethereum to be staked liquid. We have a lot of layer 2s, and that's one of the reasons why I like Cardano is you can stake it without having to lock in your funds. So that's something that Donald Trump's potential SEC chairman should tackle, according to Alex O'Donnell. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. Number 2, embrace on-chain compliance solutions. So the SEC should take a similarly flexible approach elsewhere. Core functions of security markets, such as reporting, clearing, and settlement, are subject to intense regulatory scrutiny, and rightfully so. There are also areas where blockchain excels. So distributed ledgers automatically record and settle every on-chain transaction and are highly resistant to manipulation or fraud. The SEC knows this, and at least one instance already recognized on-chain ledgers as valid financial reports. Now regulators should replicate this at scale, issuing comprehensive guidance so others can follow the same path. When it comes down, at least to where our tax dollars are going, that makes a lot of sense, right? We want to know where our dollars are going, right? Especially during a period of inflation, right? It's like, oh, there's inflation, so we're going to raise your income to keep up with inflation. Oh, now you're in a new tax bracket. So it's just a never-ending circle, and a lot of times we question where our tax dollars are going. So this will help with the transparency of that. This person also mentions that they should upgrade KYC. That stands for Know Your Customer, and custody rules for Web3. So in the US, qualified crypto custodians, which hold crypto for users in insured segregated accounts, already proliferating. They include Anchorage Digital, BitGo, Coinbase Custody, and Paxos. Adding elements of self-custody, such as non-upgradable smart contracts and private keys, to existing rules of crypto QCs would strengthen protections for investors. So congressional gridlock is no excuse. These changes are largely achievable within existing laws. The core goals of the SEC oversight are as relevant as ever. Blockchain technology simply achieves them in new ways. Mapping these new solutions onto the SEC's exciting framework or open up a world of possibilities for Web3. So let's see. Oh, yeah. So what that would do is it would help make these wallets more adaptable. If there are KYC procedures in place that are more universal, and it looks like this could be achieved without any new laws taking place. So, I can see some people being for that and some people being against that, depending on how they want to hold their Ledger or their MetaMask, or how accessible they want Ledger or MetaMask to take place with adoption. So the other one, bring decentralized exchanges out of the shadows. So decentralized exchanges such as Uniswap and Balancer are the future of trading. They replace a costly chain of intermediaries, including custodians, brokers, clearinghouses, and transfer agents, with transparent, non-custodial smart contracts. Implemented properly, decentralized exchanges can cut costs, mitigate counterparty risk, and facilitate real-time 24/7 trading. That's really cool. If you just think about what Robinhood does, right? When like GameStop is mooning and they just go in and stop it. Bringing decentralized exchanges out of the shadows, you can't stop that. People will still be able to trade Ethereum for Shiba Inu, for example. So that's something that's a great point to bring up. This one I do like: dollarize the digital economy with real world assets. So, man, I mean, voting just scratches the surface, NFTs just scratches the surface. So many, many things here. Give me about 15 seconds. I'll be right back. All right. False alarm. I thought the boss was at the office. Yo, what's up, financial firefighter? Aloha from Hawaii. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Um, am I able to pin this? Ah, there you are. Okay, cool. What's up, man? Appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so we're just gonna unpin it. So again, I'm on Rumble Studio. I'm just getting new to this. But yeah, let's go with this one. So dollarize the digital economy with the real world assets. So on-chain dollarization is the holy grail of US crypto policy. I mean, I know Cardano, some projects are working on tokenizing real estate into real world, which is a real world asset. Um, this is exciting. I'm glad this article brings it up. And the opportunity is wide open. So global demand for tokenized dollars clocks triple digit growth rates year after year. Dollar backed stablecoins such as USD Coin and Tether have already bought upward of 100 billion of US government debt. So that's only scratching the surface. Tokenized money market funds and other yield bearing real world assets are only the beginning to gain a foothold in Web3. So the handful of early entrants, such as BlackRock's USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund and Franklin on-chain US government money, are stymied by severe restrictions. It's time to reverse course. The SEC should actively foster a robust on-chain market for USD-backed real-world assets. These tokenized securities must fully leverage blockchain's capabilities. They must be tradable on decentralized exchanges and accessible to user-managed wallets and open Web3 developers. So a truly America-first crypto policy should prioritize dominating the digital economy for decades to come. In that, America's robust financial regulatory framework is an invaluable asset. Trump should pick an SEC chair who understands this and is ready to act. I'm available, Donald Trump, if you want to go ahead and appoint me as the SEC chairman. But yeah, so if you want to check out more on the article, it's on Cointelegraph. Just type in Cointelegraph, Donald Trump, SEC chairman, 5 issues, and you should be able to bring this up. All right, winners. So we went ahead and recap what the U.S. did. They moved $2 billion worth of Bitcoin to a new address. We recapped Donald Trump's speech. If you want to know more information, it's on X, on Watcher Guru's account. Some of the big highlights for me is that there will not be any CBDCs under President Trump, which is really, really cool. And that the U.S. would be a crypto capital superpower of the world. So never sell your Bitcoin. I want to echo those words. He said hold. He didn't say hodl, but I'm going to say hodl. And none of this is financial advice. So winners, don't forget to go ahead and like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment on here. Thank you for tuning in. Again, I should be back on X this week. So thank you for your support. Like, comment, and subscribe. Winners, thank you for tuning in. Stay winning.